Alright, so the change we want to make now, initially we only had the names for each of these items. But now we can have the name and then the price. So what we want to do here is, when we read, I didn't even do the read. Oof. Alright, but before that, so we're going to have an array for the names of the heroes. And do you agree we need another one now for the price? So let's call it price. How many prices will we have? If we've got maximum of 50 items, how many prices will we have? Also 50, do you agree? So then we'll just also create the array with 50 spaces. Of what data type? Double. Alright, this will be for our prices. Do we need another counter? No, because you agree, if our counter tells us we've got 5 products, we'll have 5 names and we'll have 5 prices. So the queue is, it will always be the same. We can't have 6 prices and 4 products. You have the same amount of products that prices you've got. So you'll still always only have your one counter that keeps track of how many items you've got. But now the item is a name and a price. And then obviously once you understand this one, you can go much further with this. You can have a name, a price, quantity, a genre, like 4 or 5 arrays, and all of them just work together. So the first name, like in this case, if we're going to talk about hero 1, if you want to know what the price is for the first item, where would you get the price? Yeah, but it will also just be the first price. So that's the way we're going to put it in. So the first item you put in, his price will be the first price. And the second item, his price will be the second price. So your counter will basically keep track. If we want to know what is the cost for Superman, for argument's sake, we will go through the names, go look for Superman, and if we see Superman is the 5th name, which price will we display? The 5th price. Alright, and that's basically how this works. So the topic we're doing now, it's called linked arrays, because they are linked, but they're not physically linked. There's no code we're going to put there to make them stick together. Logically, we must just keep track. We will know the first item, his price is the first price, and the second item is the second price. So we need to think further. If we remove the item, let's say they ask us to remove Superman. So we do our normal delete. What else would we need to do? We need to just remove his price as well. When we sort according to names, what else would we need to do? The price must just go with. So we'll still look at the names to sort them alphabetically, but on the inside, as soon as we swap names, we must just swap the price as well. Because if we're going to swap the first name with the second name because of the alphabet, we swap them. Do you agree? We have to swap the prices as well. So that's the only thing we do. So whenever we make a change to the sequence or the elements inside the one array, we must just do the same to the other one. And that's all we're going to do. So there's nothing physically linking the two arrays, but we're going to do it with code so that as soon as we do something with the one, we're just going to do it with the other one as well, so that they stay at the same allocation. Alright, so for the read button, I didn't actually do the read button, so you guys are going to need to guide me a bit with this one. So what variables do I need? So don't worry too much about the new stuff, just tell me the old stuff. If I want to read from a text file, so I need tf of type text file. Alright, then what do we need to do first? Okay, see if the file exists. So you can say if, how do we see if the file exists? If file exists. What is our text file name? Alright, so capital it doesn't matter, but okay, if you put it there, it doesn't. Alright, so if that file If file exists this, is that what we want? Equals to false. Or then not, either or. Because we want to see if it does not exist. Then what do we want to do? We can just do a show message. File gone. And then we just want to exit as well so that we don't do the rest because the file is gone. Alright, so if the file is there, what's the next thing we want to do? Okay, so our Q must be 0 because we're starting counting. And we want to assign file tf to our superheroes.txt to just create that link. Alright, so now it's linked. What's the next thing we need to do? We need to reset because we're reading. So we need to reset this tf. Alright, then what's the next thing we need to do? We want to repeat. We need our loop now to go through the whole thing. When do we want to stop? Until what happens? Until we're at the end of the file of tf. Alright, then what did you do on the inside here? Okay, you incremented your Q. And then we read line out of tf and you put it into into your array for now. So you would have put it into hero. Alright, is that what you did? Alright, so remember there is some alternative. Some of you could have done it a bit differently. The problem we've got now, however, when we read from this line, do you agree? We're going to read from the text file. So we will actually get that whole line. And that's not just the hero's name. Where is the hero's name here? Or the item's name? Before the hash, do you agree? Everything before the hash. Alright, so now we need to do some work. So what we'll do, so when we read it, it's not the right stuff yet, do you agree? So let's create a variable like line of type string. Because we're going to read a line. So now when we read it, let's put it into line. So now we've got a string variable that's got that whole line. So inside line, we've got this. Alright, so do you agree we want to know where this hash is? It's going to make, we need to do it for everything we do. Agreed? Alright, so let's go create another variable just to make our life easier. Let's call it hash. What data type will that be? It's going to keep the position of the hash for us. Wait a minute. Integer. Because it's going to tell us the 7th or 8th or 12th character. Alright, so how can I give hash the position of the hash? What function will I use? Pause. How does pause work? What's the first thing I put in? It's what you're looking for. Alright, so we want to put the hash in first. We want to look for the hash. Where do you want to look for the hash? In line. So now we know where the hash is. So my hero at Q must get. How do I get now a piece of a line? Copy. So I want to copy out of line. Where do I want to start copy? Where do I want to, how many characters do I want to copy? Before the hash, yes. So our hash minus 1. Right, now we've got our hero. But we've also got a price. So my price Q gets the value. Alright, again, do you agree I want part of the string? So what function do I use? Copy. Out of where do I want to copy? Line. Where do I want to start? Hash plus 1. Where do I want to end? At the end, so we don't need that part. Okay, the problem, however, copy gives us a string. And price is a double. So what do I need? Yeah, hopefully string to float. But the idea is there. because remember copy gives me a string, but I want to make it a float to put it in there. And that is all. The only thing that we still need to do after we've done all this, what do we still need? We just need the display. So with our display, sort of the same thing. We first clear our rich edit. We want to display it all, so we need our for loop. Because we've got a for loop, we want the I also up here. So my I must start at 1 goes to Q, and I want to put in my red display dot lines dot add. I want to put my hero name at I. And then maybe just to make it neat, put a #9. And then I want to display the price. But now it's a price. So what do I need for the price? Float to string f. Okay, how does float to string f work? I want to take the price and then my FF currency. And then comma 9, 2. Yes.